Was the stylist, I mean, the costume designer on Gossip Girl. But anyone who works with me,
I love this.
it's like drinking through a fire hose. You're like, wow, I come in and I'm like, this is what we're going to do. But it's just because I really, I find that fashion is storytelling. It's a way to message so much more than you can with words sometimes. It's a silent way to message things. So the way that I come into a character is always through the fashion and through the costumes. So,
Saw in another interview you said that Ryan, actually, your husband Ryan Reynolds, wrote part of that rooftop scene. Is that true?
Yeah, that's. I mean, I would have to compare it to the original one, but that's 99% his. Yeah, he just added. I mean, Chrissy Hall wrote an incredible screenplay. It was, one of the reasons that I wanted to do this film. But also, there are natural tweaks and modifications that come in when the actor is hired, and you're trying to infuse your own personality and your own authenticity. And it's like women are people of multitudes, and I think that it was important to me that it didn't just feel like someone's interpretation of like female gaze. Like, it really was, this is what we like, this is what we listen to, this is what makes us feel these vibes. And we had an incredible music supervisor, Season Kent, and one of our editors, Shane Reed, who, fun fact, he was my editor on Taylor's music video that I directed. And I was obsessed with him. And I was like, this guy is amazing. And he never edited a movie before. He just finished Deadpool and Wolverine, and he came on and helped us with this one. And he has incredible taste in music. And we share the same composer as well from Deadpool and Wolverine. So there's a lot of sharing.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, two of Hollywood's most beloved stars, are facing a lawsuit so explosive it could topple their entire empire. You won't believe the details of this legal battle. What started as a career move for Blake has now spiraled into a full-blown $400 million lawsuit. And the outcome? It could destroy not just one, but two Hollywood careers. This isn't just another celebrity lawsuit. This is a case of power, betrayal, and scandal, and it all started with a movie. But as the legal dust settles, Blake and Ryan are finding themselves fighting for far more than their reputations. So, what's really going on behind the scenes? Is Blake Lively truly the victim of a toxic set, or is she pulling the strings in a dangerous game of legal chess? Stay with me as we break down all the drama. And trust me, this story is about to get wild. It all started innocently enough. Blake Lively had signed on to star in It Ends With Us, a film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel about domestic abuse. Fans were buzzing with excitement. Blake, known for her charm and poise, seemed like the perfect fit for the lead role. But things took a dark turn fast. The novel It Ends With Us is a heart-wrenching story about survival and resilience in the face of domestic violence, a topic that requires sensitivity and care. However, Blake's approach to promoting the film couldn't have been more tone-deaf. Rather than focusing on the heavy themes of abuse and trauma, Blake marketed the film like it was a fun, light-hearted romantic comedy. Her upbeat posts on social media were filled with jokes and glamour shots, which left fans in shock. Many fans felt betrayed. How could Blake, a seasoned actress, be so out of touch with the very material she was supposed to bring to life on screen? The internet was in an uproar. But instead of addressing the criticism head-on, Blake made a stunning choice. She doubled down. Amidst the backlash, she pivoted to promoting her other ventures, her alcohol brand, her hair care line, and her designer clothing partnerships. It was as if she was completely ignoring the public outcry. To many, it looked like Blake had become more interested in selling products than protecting her role in a deeply emotional story. The PR disaster was immediate. The negative press snowballed, and soon it wasn't just fans who were angry. Executives at Wayfarer Studios, the production company behind It Ends With Us, were growing increasingly concerned about Blake's involvement. And then the unthinkable happened. A lawsuit was filed. And not just any lawsuit. Two explosive legal battles that would pit Blake and her husband Ryan Reynolds against one of the most powerful production companies in Hollywood. Blake's first move was to file a lawsuit against the director of It Ends With Us, Justin Baldoni. On paper, the lawsuit seems simple enough. Blake is accusing Baldoni and his production company, Wayfarer Studios, of creating a toxic, hostile work environment. She alleges that Baldoni orchestrated a smear campaign against her, leaking false stories to the media to ruin her reputation. But the real question is, why? What pushed Blake to go from being the star of the film to launching a legal attack against its director? Some insiders claim that tensions had been brewing on set for months. According to multiple sources, Blake had been clashing with Baldoni from the very start, disagreeing over everything from the film's tone to its wardrobe. Blake reportedly took issue with how Baldoni wanted to portray certain scenes in the film. While Baldoni wanted to stay true to the book's darker themes, Blake wanted to soften certain moments, fearing they would alienate mainstream audiences. Things got so bad that, at one point, Blake allegedly took matters into her own hands, bringing in her own stylist, scrapping the wardrobe, and making changes to the set design, all without Baldoni's approval. But what Blake may not have expected was Baldoni fighting back. Hard. In response to Blake's lawsuit, Baldoni and Wayfarer Studios filed a countersuit that took the entire entertainment industry by surprise. Countersuit alleges that Blake and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, attempted to sabotage the film's production by conspiring to steal the rights to the highly anticipated sequel, It Starts With Us. According to the countersuit, Blake and Ryan weren't satisfied with just starring in the film, they wanted total creative control over the franchise. Baldoni's team claims that Blake manipulated key members of the production crew, driving them away and replacing them with people loyal to her vision. And that's not all. Baldoni accuses Blake of leaking false information to the press in an attempt to paint him as the villain. The accusations are damning. True, they paint a picture of Blake and Ryan as ruthless power players, willing to stop at nothing to control the direction of their careers. But Baldoni didn't stop there. He dropped a bombshell when his legal team published a website over the weekend, filled with what they claim is irrefutable evidence against Blake. The website includes everything, from leaked emails to text messages to behind-the-scenes footage, all of which suggests that Blake was undermining the production from the start. In one leaked message, Blake allegedly tells a crew member, "I'm done playing nice. This is my movie now." But the most shocking piece of evidence? A recording of Blake on a podcast, casually admitting that she took over the production without anyone's approval. "I wasn't hired to direct, write, or edit," Blake says in the podcast. "But I did it anyway because I had to protect the integrity of the story." Her words have sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Many industry insiders are now questioning Blake's judgment and whether her desire for creative control crossed the line into sabotage. As the legal battle intensifies, the fallout has already begun. Justin Baldoni has reportedly lost several key business deals in the wake of the allegations. His agent at WME dropped him, and multiple studios are now distancing themselves from any future projects he might be attached to. But it's not just Baldoni who's feeling the heat. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' squeaky clean public image is quickly unraveling. Many fans, once die-hard supporters, are now questioning their integrity. Some have even taken to social media to express their disappointment, with one fan tweeting, "I thought Blake and Ryan were the golden couple. Now I'm not so sure." Ryan, typically known for his quick wit and charm, has remained unusually silent about the lawsuit. And with Blake's reputation on the line, the stakes couldn't be higher. The court's recent ruling against Blake, a denial of her request to silence Baldoni's attorney, marks a turning point in this legal saga. Without a gag order, the floodgates are open, and the public is likely to see even more damning evidence in the weeks to come. Could this be the final nail in Blake Lively's career? Or will she find a way to emerge victorious from this legal disaster? As Hollywood holds its breath, one thing is certain: this legal battle is far from over. With both sides refusing to back down, the war between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni could reshape the careers of everyone involved. And we'll be here every step of the way to bring you the latest updates. Let me know what you think. Is Blake Lively's career on the edge of collapse, or will she find a way to save it? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates on this epic legal showdown. See you next time.